Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and in my channel I talk about plants and my life and journey with my plants. In today's video I want to show you my top 10 Hoyas of the month October. So usually I film on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then I upload on Wednesdays and Sundays. But today's Friday and I'm filming because this Saturday we are going to have Wolfie's 5-year-old birthday party. So Saturday I'm going to be really busy. He's requested for cinnamon buns, and it's actually a combined birthday party with one of his best friends that he always plays with, Violet, who's turning 4. She's an amazing little girl and they play so well together. They both love Spidey and his amazing friend, so it's going to be a Spidey and his amazing friend theme party. I'm usually with Wolfie on Fridays, but he has a craft class that he's in right now. I just dropped him off this morning. He loves these classes. He loves his nature school, so he's really excited to do this craft workshop today. That's why I have the time to just bring my plants downstairs and sit in this chair to make a video. I'm actually not feeling the best. You know, like a couple weeks ago I had the eye infection, and ever since it's not like infected anymore. This one eye has just been kind of blurry. So it's kind of like mess with my head, just nothing seems very clear and like gives me a little bit of a headache. I have made an appointment with an optometrist, so I will go get my eyes checked out on Monday. It just feels like one thing after another, but you know, everything's fine. Anyways, enough about my health ups and downs. I have my phone ringer on just because, you know, in case Wolfie needs me, I told him to call me. He's so funny. I was like, do you remember my number? So he memorizes my number. And then he's like, and I also remember the number for the police. It's 98. And I was like, no, it's 911. But anyways, let's just, I'll stop rambling and we'll just start looking at the Hoyas. So I usually bring 10, but because the first ones I want to show you, they're all like Gelatis. So I have brought all 3 to show you guys. So the first one you guys have seen many times. It's just my all-time favorite, Hoya Gelatis, and it's working on some new leaves here. It's not focusing. Here you go. And I really love this Hoya. I think it's very beautiful, and in the beginning it was a little bit harder to care for, but I feel like it has it's become more established, so it's much easier to care for. I kind of don't have to worry about it, and it has been just working on new leaves continuously. Yeah, I think this is like everybody should have one of these this Hoya because it's so gorgeous. There you go, and it sun stresses really beautifully too. But right now I'm not putting it under really intense light, so it doesn't have that really purple color that it could have. One thing I really love about this particular one is that it's put out a couple really huge leaves. Yeah, it's just really cool to know that they could grow that big as well. There you go. So that's one Gelatis, and my other Gelatis has been on the list, I think, for the past couple, it's been in a couple of my videos already, because it's a gift from one of you guys who sent it to me, and it's just, I really love this one. It's a Hoya Gelatis Alice River. It doesn't have the splashing, but it's very, very elegant, and it's, I don't know, I just really love it. The shape and the sheen. And ever since it's come to my home, it's always working on some new leaves. I have to be very careful because there's a pair of new leaves here and a pair of baby new leaves here too. There you go. So for this one, it's still in the sphagnum moss that it came in with, and I have it in the IKEA Millsbo cabinet. Most of my Hoyas, I keep them in the grow tin, and I took them all out today to bring downstairs to show you guys. And then the third Gelatis is, I think, Gelatis Borneo. It's just a cutting that I just got, and it's so cute. Look at that. And it's since coming to inside the grow tin, it's put out like this tendril. Hopefully soon it will start working on new leaves. Isn't that such a pretty, It looks kind of like other Hoya Gelatis, but just the shape of the leaves is more oval. The second Hoya I want to show you is actually a surprise gift from Alice, who I ordered from, and I'll put her Instagram IG on the screen. She sent this to me without me buying it. It was like just like a surprise. This is the Hoya SP Calamine Tan Mini, and it is so exquisite. Isn't that so cute? There's a couple of new leaves growing on the sand. I love it. And she said this one is supposed to be able to sun stress, so I'm keeping it under like stronger light to see what comes out of it. There you go. Another surprise that I got from her, she gave me two surprise cuttings. This one is the Hoya SPAF Botonier Variegata. So when she first sent this to me, it was much more variegated. I really didn't know that the leaves, they come out when they're fresh, when they're new leaves, they are variegated, and then the variegation really fades to like barely visible. So I think what I'm gonna do is, once this is a little bit more established, take another cutting. Maybe I should just do it like there's like a really juicy aerial root here, like a juicy aerial root right here. Maybe I should just cut here, and so then I'll have two cuttings, and there'll be, you know, more new growth, because the new growth is when the variegation looks the best. But this was one of my wish list plants, so I'm so glad that she sent one to me. It's so pretty. I'll actually put a photo here of the plant when I first received it, when the new leaf is still fresh and you could see the variegation much better. Moving on, and the next Hoya I want to show you, I actually have, this has been just on the moss wall in the grow tent for a really long time, and I have not taken it out yet, but I just kind of want to see it in a pot. So I grabbed it downstairs, and I think this might have been on my list last time too, because I love this Hoya so much. This is the Hoya, Rebecca. And she is just a really, really good grower, and I'm really loving the new growth she's been putting out lately. They are just so big and so pretty. Here, this is a new growth. Isn't that so pretty? And it just grows so well. And there's another strand of new growth here. Yeah, I don't know, I don't do anything for this guy, and it just continues to do well. So sometimes I feel like I give myself a hard time for not being able to grow Hoyas very well, but then it's just, some Hoyas are just easier than other Hoyas. And this guy has just been one of those easy peasy, super good grower. Although I wonder if I should take some cuttings, because there's only like a couple cuttings in there, and if they have root rot, then not so good. Yeah, but this is a Hoya Rebecca, super gorgeous. Because my eyes are kind of blurry, I feel like nothing is focusing. I hope things are focusing on camera for you guys. Okay, moving on. The next Hoya I want to show you guys is this Hoya AH027 that I got from Happy Planting. I got it maybe in September, and I just potted it into Cocoa Husk chips, and it already has some roots, and it's like rooting more into the Cocoa Husk chips now too. And it has put out again a vine, and it looks like there's a couple of new leaves that it has in there that it may grow out. I find that when the plant is not established, or like, I feel like everything needs to be right for a new leaf to actually grow into a new leaf. But this Hoya is so pretty. I've been wanting one for a really long time, and it has been always really hard to get, and every time it gets restocked, it gets bought up really quickly. Okay, there's that one. And then the next one I want to show you guys is my Hoya, another Hoya. And this is a cutting that I traded with my friend Maya. And this is the Hoya 092. I really loved it when I saw it. The leaf is so gorgeous. And recently it's been working on another new leaf. This is like, I feel like one of the most exciting things to happen is when you get your cuttings from a trade, and then the cutting starts to like turn into a plant. It's just, I don't know, it just feels so good. Go. AH092. And then the next one I want to show you is this one, Hoya Ricardo. There you go. I have seen some pictures recently of like this plant with lots of like new leaves and like really fuller plant, and it looks so good. Mine has only put out one leaf since coming home with me, but that's okay. I still really love this Hoya. I think it's so gorgeous. So it was in this coco coir substrate, and I was too lazy I didn't want to tease it out. I just put some pond on the bottom and I put it into a pot and see if that will work. Hopefully it'll work out. There you go. And then the next one, I really love this one. I think this was on my list last time too. This is a Hoya latifolia Snow Queen. It's just such a pretty plant. Ah! There you go. Pollen falling everywhere. When I first got it, there was like, this stem has more growth, but the younger like part of the stem died off. But I can see that it started to work on a new growth point like to the side. There you go. So hopefully by springtime we'll have, you know, more leaves to enjoy from this beautiful specimen. There you go. And then finally the last Hoya that I want to show you guys. I'm so happy about this one. This is a Hoya that I got from Hoya Etc. This is also like, was a very generous gift that surprised me when I unboxed the Hoya, and it was an unrooted cutting. And I told you guys that I had wanted a cutting of this Hoya for a really long time, but at the time when I inquired, the owner of the Hoya wasn't sharing cuttings back then. But then he ended up starting sharing cuttings, and then, so Hoya Etc. actually has a plant of his, and she gifted me a cutting of his. So I was just really happy that was able to have one. Yeah, it was just so generous. So anyway, so the cutting has root. This is the cutting. It's so beautiful. The splashes are so nice, and the leaves are so big. And it has rooted really well in perlite. And I'm really excited because it has a new stem, and it looks like it's working on its very first new leaf. And I'm hoping that this new leaf will grow out really well. We shall see. There you go. Yeah, so those are all the Hoyas that I brought here to show you guys. I'm going to bring them back into the grow tent, and I'll show you where I keep them in the grow tent. And I hope that they will continue to grow, even if slower, during the colder months. All right, here we go. Let's go put these Hoyas back. All right, I have put everything back into the grow tent now. As you can see, the Hoya Rebecca, as I mentioned, has always been just on the moss wall. And it really loves this spot. So I'm just gonna continue to keep it here. And the Kalimantan Mini is here. The Betonia SPAF, Betonia Variegata is right here. And I have mine Gelatis right here. Latifolia, snow queen, probably could use a little bit more light, but it's right there. And then here's the AH27, AH092, and then the Carnosa splashes right here. And what else was I showing you guys? Oh, this one too here. So this one's getting a little bit more light. Yeah, they seem to be all doing pretty well in here. I feel a little bit off today just because I can't see very clearly. I don't know why, but it just like messes with my mind so much that I just feel like it's hard for me to focus my energy and focus my attention when I can't see very clearly. Anyways, I hope I get some help on Monday with the optometrist, and I hope you still enjoyed today's video regardless of my energy being all over the place. All right, guys, I will see you guys soon again. Bye.